conferences in the area of high-performance computing. And besides our big ISC, we are also organizing two smaller scale events. One is dealing with HPC in the cloud, and the other one is addressing big data. Both are today's conferences taking place next September 2013 in Mannheim, Germany. Okay, I focus now on the International Supercomputing Conference. Don't worry, this will only take 5 to 10 minutes. The International Supercomputing Conference, or short ISC, is the biggest conference on high-performance computing, networking, and storage in Europe, and is addressing high-performance computing, networking, storage, and analysis. And basically, there are two large HPC conferences in the world. One is the SC in the US, and the other one is ISC. We have been growing constantly over the years and set a new record this year, 2012 in Hamburg. We had 2,400 attendees, and so where do our attendees come from? And the answer is they come from all over the world, exactly from 55 different countries. And the biggest represented country is Germany, which comes as no surprise since ISC is taking place in Germany. And the second, what is interesting is that the German share keeps decreasing since a couple of years. When I started at ISC 10 years ago, 2002, the share was still over 70%, and now we are dealing with a percentage below 30%. So the second largest country is the US, UK, France, Russia, and we have experienced a big increase of attendance from Asia, especially from Japan, China, and Korea, but also from Eastern Europe, especially from Russia in the past years. And the share from Eastern Europe is currently at 10%. Unfortunately, the Ukrainian number is not that high, but we are working on that. ISC is not only a conference with more than 300 speakers. Basically, the trademark are the invited sessions where all the speakers will be handpicked. We are having many research paper sessions, posters, birds of a feather sessions, and many more. But we are also offering workshops, tutorials, and a large exhibition. This year we had 174 exhibitors. And furthermore, many other organizations and vendors are organizing workshops, seminars around our conference. For example, Hewlett-Packard always has their HPCast, which is their HPC user group meeting right before our conference. So what we are claiming is that someone working in the area of HPC hardly can afford not to go to ISC. And this is also underlined by the fact that many vendors are using ISC to announce new products. This year again, we had a lot of new product announcements by companies like Intel, NVIDIA, Xyrotex. For example, they announced their new InfiniBand adapter with 100 gigabit per second, and many, many more. One point I would like to point out from this year's ISC, this has been a new activity. It is called Student Cluster Competition. The idea behind that is that undergraduate teams of students, they build a cluster from scratch, run their codes and benchmarks, and compete against each other. This event lasts for 3 days, and it's down on the exhibition show floor. And this year we had 5 teams, 2 from the US, 2 from China, and 1 from Germany, and the one university from China took the win. This was so successful that we decided to have this next year on a larger scale. So we will invite more universities, and I come to this point later on. After being 4 years in Hamburg, we grew out of this location, so we decided to move to Leipzig, which is located in the eastern part of Germany. And Leipzig is a very beautiful historical city, and for us important is that their convention center is very modern and just has enough space to host us. We have been working on the conference program since many months, and it's almost fixed. So the main topics include, for example, HPC applications, HPC in oil and gas, life science, programming models and tool, network challenges, file systems, big data, other challenges like fault tolerance and system recovery of HPC systems, energy efficient supercomputing centers, chip memory design, and cloud technology. But this is really only an excerpt of the overall program, just to give you an idea what we are talking about. Another new initiative is that we will also for the first time will address topics for small and medium-sized enterprises. This is currently a big topic, how to convince small and medium-sized enterprises to use HPC. This is also supported by the European Commission. They also support us with the program, and we are convinced to attract more people from those small and medium-sized companies to go to ISC and to get involved in high-performance computing. We do have a keynote every day. The conference keynote will be held by Bill Daly from Stanford University. This title is not the most current and new. The title is Future Challenges of Large-Scale Computing. The Tuesday keynote will be given by Stephen Pawlowski about Moore's Law in 2020. Then a regular keynoter is Thomas Stirling, the father of Beowulf, who is such a great speaker. He always gets the highest ratings from our attendees, and he gives his annually wrap-up over the last year in HPC. Finally, the Thursday keynote is given by Gerhard Wehrlein about fooling the masses with performance results. Okay, now come to my last slide. You can still actively contribute to the ISC program. For example, by submitting a research paper, by submitting a research poster, by proposing a tutorial or a birds of a feather session. For all these activities, the deadline is February 10 next year, 2013. And coming back to the Student Cluster Challenge, the submission deadline is still open. This might be a little tight for you because it's in only 10 days, but who knows. Okay, so that's already the end of my very short presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Martin. So, who has a question?